My name is Ron Vantassal. I own the local brand, the Florida State L right here. A testimonial for Shane. So I met Shane 18 years ago. I owned a nightclub on Clematis Street, and Shane was a promoter. Started a promotion company he had, and he had a street team, and he helped me out with my nightclub. And back then, they were changing the laws, and we had a bunch of problems, and Shane pulled through for me and came up with this great idea. It was called Buses Against Drunk Driving, and he said, well, let's go to the college, and we'll talk to the dean of admissions, and we'll talk them into bringing all the kids down to the West Palm Beach area, and we can bring them to your nightclub to start the night off in the beginning of the night. And if you win the night in the beginning of the night and have a line of people outside your nightclub, you win. That means everybody who's driving in sees the line that's at your nightclub, and they all want to go to that spot because that looks like the most happening spot. So Shane put the plan together, and I went with him down to the dean of admissions, and he sold him. He sold the dean on allowing us to bring a bus in and bring all the kids to the nightclub, and that's when it started. So we the nightclub took off, and all the other clubs were dead, trying to figure out how we were getting all these kids there and how we could get on the school campus with our bus. But we started a business called Buses Against Drunk Driving, which was Shane's idea. We made pamphlets up, and the dean of admission loved it, and it worked out great. And Shane made a fortune on the bus, and I made a fortune on the nightclub, and it was great. And he helped me out for years after that, and we were doing business for about 5 years with my nightclubs, and then I ended up closing them down, and things had happened, and I went a different direction. And years later, I hadn't seen Shane in, say, 10 years, and I recently seen him, and I said, Shane, how you doing? And he tells me he's got the bus thing going. It's going great. I got buses all over the place, and things are moving. And I said, you know what? If anybody is going to make millions of dollars, it's Shane. Ever since the first day I met him, I said, this kid's got so much energy, and he's on point. He's a great speaker. I said, this guy is going to make millions of dollars with his life. He's an inspirational guy. I really took a liking to him. So, years later, he's doing great, and I see him, and I had changed my life, and in the nightclub days were kind of a negative spot in a way, and the people you're around, and the kind of dealings you do, and I had the epiphany and changed my life years later to be more of a positive kind of person, and to keep my energy in the right place. And then I see Shane, and first thing he tells me is exactly everything that I have kind of become. And I said, wow, it's pretty wild. I love hearing this because I've done the same thing and I'm doing great. And he says, I'm doing great too. And that's the whole way it's happening. He's like, yeah, the more, I put positive energy, and the more great things I do for people, and the more things come back around and help me. I said, man, this is awesome seeing, my business partner and my friend doing as good as I am, because not too many people out there are successful. So, yeah, that's my story about Shane. It was good to see him doing awesome, having the buses and tons of other things that he always has going on also. So now he's helping me out again with my promotions on local, and he's got some great ideas, and he's gonna take over websites and things like that for me, which is awesome. And then I own a construction company also, and it's funny because he's like, I can help you out with that. I have a connection over here with this person and that person, and he put it together, and he's got this door situation to help me out. The guy is a great dude, and he deserves to be wildly successful. Always looking to help somebody out is the way to be. The way I've turned into, it's good to see him being that same kind of guy. So my testimonial for you, Shane, is exactly this. You are a great guy. Good to have you as a friend. Thanks, man. Bye.